I'm Sarah and I won the Bebo competition and I'm here to interview Cheryl Cole. So, hello.
Hello, Sarah.
How are you?
I'm good. I want to say thank you for your video. I was very impressed.
Thank you. So what did you think of all the other videos?
I watched them all, actually. I had a good giggle to myself. But yeah, no, yours stuck out because I felt like you took some time to think of lyrics and then think of your questions and stuff, so I was impressed.
Okay, I'll get on with the questions then. Okay. So what is your earliest childhood memory?
My earliest childhood memory? It's probably be of all the family, all brothers and sisters, because there's 5 of us. I've got 3 brothers, 1 sister, and we used to watch the Chronicles of Narnia. So that is a strong memory of me watching that, maybe around Christmas time.
How old are you?
God, I must have been, it was before we moved, so I must have been like 4, 5.
Oh, cool. And what about as a child, did you have any idols?
Idols, I get asked this quite often actually, and I wouldn't say I had one person that I particularly idolised. I just loved music and loved theatre and all of that. I didn't really have, no, I wouldn't say I had one person I idolised.
Because a lot of people idolise you now, so I think
That's
that
scary.
if they're famous when they're older, they'll probably ask you about, and get the answer of you, won't they? So.
Well, as I've gotten older, like I've realised what that phrase means more, I suppose. Yeah, it's amazing to be thought of like that.
So where did you grow up? You grew up in Newcastle. And what was your first house like?
My first house was on a row of houses, small. You come in the front door, you go up the stairs. There was 3 bedrooms upstairs. Tiny little bathroom. Bunk beds we had.
Did you have share rooms?
Yeah, because there was 5 of us, and obviously Mum and Dad always have to have their own room. Yeah, and the oldest get their room because they want the privacy a bit more and stuff. So there was always, 4 of us kicking about, and bunk beds we had.
Who did you have to share with?
I shared with my little brother, my sister, and my middle brother. So the older brother had a bedroom. We all had bunk bed, bunk bed, bunk bed, bunk bed. A bit crazy, but it's all fun.
Yeah. What about sports? Did you play any sports when you were younger?
No, I was hopeless.
Really?
Useless at sport. I hated PE. I used to write myself notes. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I used to write myself notes from my mum, pretend like I could be excused.
You've got to tell people not to do that.
Don't do that, it's very bad. Do not take my influence.
What's your most embarrassing moment?
Oh my God, I was seeing a boy from London for a little while when I was about 16, 15. Probably the worst age for like embarrassing moments to happen to you. I took him to the Newcastle train station for him to come back to London, and as we were saying bye, I like went to give him a kiss goodbye and the door shut on my head. Nice. It's not embarrassing at all.
Did you get bruised? Or
Then the door shut. Yeah, I had a bad head, but I didn't care. Me confidence was bruised. I was like waving him goodbye, and that was his last memory of me. My head trapped in the door, and I can still cringe now thinking about it.
God. What about a near-death experience? Have you had any?
I once nearly choked on some honey in Paris.
I saw that on Extra Factor.
Yes, and I really thought I was going to die. Like, I thought for those split seconds, I was meant to die in Paris in this chair. This is it.
Why did you have to do it? Because you had a sore throat?
I had a sore throat and I wasn't feeling very well. And I'd kind of got a bit addicted to eating honey out of a pot. Like, it just become a thing to do. And it was sliding down my throat, but it was closing my windpipe. So it was like nobody could hear because I couldn't make a noise because I was choking.
Were you on your own?
No, Nicola, Kimberly, the choreographer, they were all chatting amongst themselves, having a laugh, and I was choking to death. Literally could not get even a little bit of air down my throat, so yeah, I thought I was going to die then. And I once choked on half a hula hoop at school. I thought I was a goner, because that was hard. And I thought I might have died up the mountain when I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. A couple of times I thought, I was supposed to be one of those.
You got quite ill, didn't you?
I got quite ill, but there would be times where you couldn't breathe properly, or you're facing a cliff front and you're thinking, if my foot slips here.
I think a lot of people admired you for doing that.
Scary.
Other people. Definitely.
Very scary.
What about presents? You obviously probably get quite a lot of presents.
Yeah.
What about the best and the worst present? It's probably quite a hard question.
That is a hard question. I do. I haven't really got any that stick out as the best present. I like giving presents.
Yeah, I like that.
I love that feeling. I love watching people's faces when they're opening it, when you know something they really want.
Yeah.
I prefer that.
If you could change one thing about yourself, what
Yes.
would it be?
There'd be a few, but I'll just stick to one. To not be so nervous. Be a bit more positive.
You don't
with
come
things.
across as nervous though.
Really?
Yeah.
If it's a big stage in my life, I do. And I allow to, I'm a big worrier. So if I could stop worrying so much, I would change that.
Yeah. What would you say has been the most nerve-wracking part of your career?
It's all in different stages, been, you know, nerve-wracking. First tour, first time you do anything's really scary. You know, it's new, isn't it? It's a change, and that, so I would say that the Brit Awards is really scary. Any first opening night of a tour is scary. Or when you go back to your hometown. And I would say X Factor has to tip the lot, really.
It was so good though.
But
the performance.
scary-wise. So.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Probably a lot of people, you had a lot of things riding on it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people counting on you to do well, but you
Yeah.
did better.
Thank you.
What's the one thing that's guaranteed to make you laugh, no matter what mood you're in?
My nieces and nephews, always guaranteed for a laugh. It's like watching us again when we were kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's loads of them.
Oh.
So, yeah.
How many are there?
9 now.
Really?
Mm.
Wow.
And sometimes I have them all down, so...
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
How old are they? What's
it's
the
nice for
age
the first
range?
couple of hours. They range from one newborn, just tiny
Really?
newborn, 2 weeks
Oh.
old, 3 weeks old now, she, to I've got a niece 18.
That's cool, about my age.
Yeah.